talk about ramps in CNC or cubes and coroplast cages. Here we've taken the coroplast bins or the litter bins out of a CNC cage so you can clearly see where the ramp goes. And the purpose of a ramp is simply to allow your pig to move from one level to the next. Just climb up, go through an access hole here. There would be an access hole as well cut in the coroplast bin. It allows them to move from level to level. You've done any research recently in the areas of cubes and coroplast or CNC cages, you will realize that many of the manufacturers build their ramps by simply taking a piece of corrugated plastic, coroplast, and fastening some kind of metal grid to it. It does a couple things for you. One is it creates a tread pattern so that your pig can get traction going up the ramp, and the second thing is it adds some stiffening to the whole structure. In fact, a lot of manufacturers use the same material that they use to build the cage walls, the same grids, simply fasten that, cut it to size, fasten it to a piece of coroplast, and like I said, this creates a grid pattern for your pig to walk up, and also serves to stiffen the whole structure. Now there's a couple of problems with a ramp such as this. One is the fact that it has a grid on it. Now if you've been doing your research at all about CNC or other guinea pig cages, you know enough not to buy a cage with a wire grid or a wire lattice bottom. These are very hard on your pig's feet and legs. It'd be like you walking around on a grid of rebar all day in your house, or big bars. You're walking around, eventually you're going to turn an ankle, your feet are going to get sore. The same thing with pigs. They have a tendency to break toenails, they can hurt their legs, and also they have a tendency to get sores from walking on this stuff all day. So tip is, don't ever buy a cage with a wire grid for the bottom. You can extend that same tip to the ramp, although it's not as severe because they don't spend nearly as much time on the ramp. But your cage should have a smooth bottom, and so should your ramp. It still should have something that allows them to get traction. In addition, this wire grid provides structure, but there's still quite a bit of flex to it. Now your pig doesn't weigh that much. This is kind of maybe an exaggeration because your pig only weighs a pound or so, but still it's not real stable. There is some flex to this. Now as you might suspect, we here at BlueStoneCommerce have a different approach to building ramps. With the exception of this mounting feature, hard plastic mounting feature on the bottom of the ramp, this entire ramp is built from coroplast, corrugated plastic. It's a PVC or polyvinyl chloride material. Very safe, chemically inert, which means it's waterproof, and your pig's system is not able to digest this. So if they were to chew on this, it'll pass right through them without being digested. Very safe. Even the tread, the grip material here is PVC or coroplast, which means the pig can still climb up there, still get traction, but there's no metal grids to worry about injuring it, so it's very safe. And these sidewalls are formed in the shape of a column, which makes it very strong, as we'll show you in just a minute. Let's talk about strength for a minute. Earlier I showed you how these grid-covered coroplast ramps, just a thin sheet of coroplast, still had a lot of flex left in them. Okay, and that's simply because they just weren't designed to take that flex out. They weren't designed to support loads in that direction. What we've done is we designed these sidewalls to support a lot of loads. So an average guinea pig weighs probably about a pound, pound and a half. And so we happen to have 5 pigs run across this thing. We'd have equivalent of a 5-pound weight on here, and you can see supports that. Very little flex. That's not a lot of problem. Okay, let's try 10 pounds, just for the sake of demonstration. Now I bet you're going to have a 10-pound guinea pig. If I put 10 pounds on here, once again you can see very little flex. So very, very strong ramp. You can see there's a very slight bowing there, but we're talking about 10 pounds here. Now the coroplast ramp is a good ramp. It's got a lot of good features. It's lightweight, strong, durable, economical. Major drawback of this ramp is that guinea pigs are able to chew right through them if they're so inclined. Now most guinea pigs don't, but some do. For that reason, we here at BlueStoneCommerce also make another ramp which is chew resistant. Also mostly made of coroplast, but all of the exposed edges are covered with a hard chew resistant plastic. A little bit more expensive. To be honest with you, most people do not need this. We find that about 2% of the guinea pigs are chewers and tend to need this ramp. We make the same ramp in a larger version. This is for rabbit cages. Now we find that rabbits are more chewy than guinea pigs, so all of our rabbit cages ship with this chew resistant ramp. Next thing I'd like to show you is how the chew resistant ramp does with a 10-pound weight. Now we're going to repeat the same demonstration from earlier with the chew resistant ramp. First the 5-pound weight. Okay, supports that very easily. Once again, that's equivalent to 4 to 5 guinea pigs. Right, well, now we'll try the 10-pound weight, which is really a test. Right, we're going to set the 10-pound weight on there. Once again, you can see not a whole lot of flex, so it supports it pretty easily. To summarize, here at BlueStoneCommerce, we offer 3 kinds of ramps. One is 100% coroplast ramp, economical, durable, lightweight, good for most guinea pig applications. About 2% tend to be more aggressive chewers. For them, we can offer a little bit more expensive chew-resistant ramp with hard plastic edges. And then we also offer the rabbit ramp, which is also chew-resistant because rabbits tend to be more chewy than guinea pigs.